Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So it happened, has been happening, and it will be happening again. And that is, Ukraine will hurt Europe if Europe or the Westerners stop providing them with what they demand. And that is money. Money, weapons, intelligence. Ukraine is a rogue state. It has not promoted yet, is not reported as such by the media operatives. I have here a few examples, and I've been saying this for some time. When the Ukrainians, the guys in charge of Ukraine, not the Ukraine, but the guys in charge of Ukraine, will not be given what they demand from the West, they will turn their attacks towards Europe, little by little. I said this many times before. And they have drones, can fly and drop things. They have javelins and many other ways to attack the Western imbeciles who think they're intellectuals and everything is peace. You're going to be attacked. United States of America, I don't know. They're afraid of the United States of America still. But the Europeans, they're not afraid of the Europeans. What are the Europeans going to do? Go and fight the Ukrainians? Go and take a look in Europe and see who lives in Europe nowadays. Weak and Europeans. All right? So let me show you how the Ukrainians are blackmailing the Europeans in this case. How? They attack pipelines, Russian gas pipelines, supplying Europe with energy that is survival. If someone, let's say, prevents you from going to buy, food for your children, groceries, what would you do? And supposedly you can beat the shit out of that person who tries to prevent you from doing that. You go over there and you bloody nose the guy. You get him out of a commission. That's what I would do. Anyway, so what's going in the real world? That's the way it should be done. I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to go to the United Nations and ask for an arbitration or resolution? Yeah, eventually you have to enter over there and figure things out and do like Odysseus did when he came back to Utica. You remember what he did? I will tell you. That's one of my favorite stories. Just so you know. If you're not familiar, I will tell you. Here, this is what happened right now. This is from March 21st, 2025. Key Russian gas transit point to Europe goes up in flames. This is coming from New Voice of Ukraine. That's a Ukrainian, Ukrainian media outlet. So key Russian gas transit point to Europe goes up in flames. What does that mean? You're not going to have groceries, buddy, because I destroy that and you can't do it. Let's say I gave you a flat tire. What would you do? Don't you? Wouldn't you? Unless you're a pussy. If you're a pussy, then you take it deep and hard. Next one. Videos of a fireball rising into the sky at a recent closed gas pumping and metering station in town of Sudza in Russia's Kursk Oblast were posted by Russian and Ukrainian Telegram shortly after midnight on March 21st. Isn't that supposed to be... Didn't the Americans and the Russians, at least verbally, agreed that they will refrain from attacking energy infrastructure? No? Okay. So the station was the only point through which some 40 million metric 3 per day cubes probably of Russian gas passed through Ukraine to Europe until a transit agreement expired on January 1st. So here it is. So what happened? No, it didn't expire. Did not expire. The second transit point, the Sofranivka gas interconnector, was closed in 2022. This is not that it expired. The Ukrainians let it expire. That means the Europeans are going to give me money? No, okay, we're not going to make a deal with the Russians. That means the transit of the cheap Russian gas towards you is not going to come. Give us, and maybe we're going to negotiate with you. But hey, give us money and give us weapon and everything else because we defend your freedoms and your values. No. Okay, let's go to another one. In the meantime, this is what the Americans are doing. New Voice of Ukraine. Germany weighs giving Nord Stream 2 ownership to United States, resuming Russian gas imports. This is from yesterday, March 20th. So what do you mean? So the Americans had a problem with the Russians giving cheap gas, and they cannot control the relationship between the Germans and the Russians. They want to be in control. Exactly. So they're going to be okay with owning the German side of the Nord Stream pipeline, and then business as usual. Is that the way it works? So if you want something changed, you blow up someone else's pipeline, I'm just saying, and then you make them sell it to you, and that's how you take ownership. It's not surprising to me. It's just I don't like the hypocrisy behind all this. The hypocrisy. All right, let's move to the next one. Russia Today. This is from the March 2nd. Remember, today is the 21st. Member state accuses European Union of violating energy security guarantees. Addressing the bloc's top diplomat, Maria Callas, Hungarian Foreign Minister, the great Peter Szijjártó, reportedly cited a recent Ukrainian UAV attack on the Turk Stream pipeline. Hungary accused the European Union of failing to honor energy security guarantees it recently gave the country. State news channel Hírradó reported on Sunday, citing a letter sent by Budapest to Brussels. So what does it mean? So remember when the Ukrainians destroy a pipeline in Russia that would provide, let's say, a European Union country with survival gas, now that kind of gas, okay? Then what's going on? Isn't that a threat to the national security? That's exactly what it is. Is the European Union going to declare war on Ukraine on that? No. Why? There's more interests than Hungary or the Ukrainians over there. Bigger interests, bigger fish to fry. What is it? What do you think it is? All right, let's go to the next article. This is from today, the 21st of March. Kiev blew up metering station for EU-bound gas in Russia. The destruction of the border energy facility is just the latest provocation by Ukraine defense minister said. So this is in Sudza. Ukrainian forces retreating from Kursk, Russia's Kursk region, have destroyed the Sudza gas metering station, the defense ministry in Moscow has reported. The incident took place early on Friday, today, roughly 20 minutes after midnight, the ministry said in a statement. The facility has been previously used to deliver fuel to consumers in European nations. So now this guy said, it's going to be non-operational, bye-bye. Where is Sudza? This is the map of Ukraine. This is Kursk, and this is where the failed NATO incursion using mercenaries, volunteers, and the Ukrainian blood occurred, right here. And this is Sudza, by the border. So this is where the blowing up of this metering station occurred. Now you can say, well, it was not functional. Why wasn't it functional? Operational. Because those guys did not renew it. Why? Who's losing? The Europeans. Why would the Europeans work against them? I'm not talking about the Europeans, the people. I'm talking about those people. You know what I mean? All right, let's go to the next one. This comes from Russia Today. This is from March 11th. Ukraine admits attacking key oil pipeline to European Union. The bloc eastern member rely on the Russian network for energy supplies. Eastern members. The Ukrainian General Staff has confirmed that one of the targets of Tuesday mass drone attack on Russia's Druzhba oil pipeline system, a key delivery route to European Union countries, according to a statement of its official Telegram channel. Druzhba is one of the world's longest networks, transporting crude more than 4,000 kilometers from the Russia to the refineries in the Czech Republic, Germany, Hungary, Poland, and Slovakia. That's a war. That's rather a declaration of war. Declaration of war. Is the European Union upset about it? Will it react to it? No. And those guys are the guys supposedly that you elected to defend and you protect and promote your interests. Is this your interest? Is this your interest? Those are not working for you. I said this many, many times before. And let me show you, again, Peter Szijjártó, NATO member accuses Ukraine of threatening its sovereignty. Hungary has criticized Kiev for targeting critical energy infrastructure after a recent drone strike on the Druzhba oil pipeline. This is March 11th. Remember, this was from today. This was March 11th, so this is connected with this article. Then this is from the 2nd of March when these guys attacked. So at least 3 attacks. And these are from, this is from today. And then these guys want to take over the ownership. So what's going on here? Who's losing here? All of us. Some are winning, some are getting fatter. Why isn't the European Union declaring war on Ukraine? I mean, if this would have been done by anybody else, remember the Americans said the Russians buying Russian gas could expose you to Russian blackmail. What is this? What is this? And this is just these are just signals. And the West is, give them more billion of dollars. $7 billion, Germany just announced. Great Britain, $3 billion. Where do these guys get the money from? They print them? They get them from international banking system? I tell you where they take it from. From you. Because eventually all that is going to be dropped on you and your children. For what exactly? For some businesses, some interests attempt to take over Russia's energy system. Energy. National gas, oil, coal, and not only. Rare earth minerals and so on. It's more than that. Unfortunately, they use us to fight like baboons, and they're over there counting their money and look at their stock market. Nobody does anything to Ukraine. This is just not the beginning, because it's been happening. It's going to be more. As Ukraine will be, or left alone more by the Americans, they will go and they will blackmail the Europeans. And the Europeans are weak. They are weak. No European country will take on Ukraine. Ukraine already got the weapons. Do you think the Brits will do it? The French and the Germans? Who do you think will go and fight? The Poles maybe. But the Poles will fight as far as they will get their little western part of Ukraine, which they crave. And they say that's theirs. Well, good luck. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.